A secret tribe that is still living in caveman times? Listen furthermore.
Ooh, I like how you said that.
In our new segment, Amazing Articles.
Amazing articles, and we're going to talk about the Sentinelese people. This is Spanx, by the way.
Mez here.
And Cartoon.
And Eccentricast. And I don't know if you read this article, Cartoon, but we found this interesting, so we thought we'd read this. And you'll like it, pal.
I'm here for the food, so.
What? We don't do breakfast anymore, do we?
Hey, raided the pantry.
Hey, that was my pantry, pal.
Mine now. Yeah! I literally put my name on it. It's all mine.
Wow, this is my house, too. Sentinelese people. The last known isolated tribe. North Sentinel Island. In a world of rapid urbanization, we often assume there are no tribes left isolated without external contact on Earth. But the Sentinelese people, who inhabit the tiny island of North Sentinel, that is part of the Andaman group of islands in the Bay of Bengal, are living proof of this contrary. So they're pretty much cavemen, like you said.
Yeah. Cave people. But there's no caves, I don't think, there.
No, it's just an island full of trees, pal.
So do we know if it's by choice or that they literally don't know any better?
I guess we'll find out, pal. Now, get to the good stuff there, Cartoon. They rejected all types of communication with outsiders repeatedly, and they protect their land violently when anybody wants to establish contact. Violent, you say? Shit. Get out of here. Get out of here. God damn it. City. You bitch. You bitch. Hold on.
What'd you do?
She,
Did you lose the article?
I did. No, hold on. I got it.
Ah, shit.
I didn't mean to. The dog stepped on the pad.
Spanx, you're fired!
Only no.
Fired guy.
Fired. No, I'm not. I found it out. The violent response is a part of pattern of violence that has marked most attempts at contact by outsiders with this tribe over the centuries. Believed to number anywhere from 50 to 400, the Sentinelese have lived in isolation on the island for 60,000 years, resisting attempts by authorities and anthropologists to study their culture and integrate them into the modern world.
60,000 years. It's saying 60,000 years that island has remained inhabited by the exact same people living in the exact same time period?
That's what they say, but I don't... Yeah. I don't know.
Sounds like an island of incest.
Talk about being trapped in fucking time.
Yeah, no kidding. And it says 50 to 400 people. So, like,
Jesus.
over those 60,000 years, they haven't grown much.
Doesn't seem like it.
So,
You would think with all that time, at least something would be done.
no kidding. Also, they don't live that long.
Let's just drop a bomb on them.
Oh.
Welcome to the real world, motherfuckers!
Woo! Take this atomic fire of doom bomb!
I mean, how are they gonna attack us? How are they gonna return an attack? Exactly.
What, throw rocks?
Rocks and spears.
This is our island.
This is Sentinelese. This is North Sentinel. What's the name of the island?
North Sentinel. North Sentinel Island.
North Sentinel.
What do they call it? What do you think they call
Home?
Well,
it? No, like in their language, pal. What language do you guys think these? What does that mean? Our home?
I guess.
Okay. And when someone wanders to their island, like it happened for two fishermen on January 26, 2006, they relentlessly murder them. So protective are the Sentinelese of their territory that an Indian Coast Guard helicopter that attempted to retrieve the fishermen's bodies, they had been tossed into the shallow beach graves after their killing, was greeted by a volley of arrows from the tribesmen that prevented the craft from landing.
Oh.
Wow, so they pretty much slaughtered these two poor fishermen.
They could probably get away with it since, I mean, it's their island.
Yeah.
It's their island.
It's our own little country, I guess.
Not really. Anybody can, like, buy it and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so.
it's that is jurisdiction of anywhere around it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and they refuse, like, contact with anybody else, so it's literally theirs, and there's nothing we can do about it besides literally bomb it.
we could, but
Jeez.
or go in there with guns and
just leave them alone.
Yeah, just leave them alone.
Yeah, it's just like, let them live their life.
What do you think?
They don't even have the wheel yet.
What do you think is on this island, anyways? What if they're protecting something special, dude?
The Holy Grail.
Where's Indiana Jones when you need him?
Our fountain of youth.
That's why they've lasted 60,000 years. They're immortal.
Fountain of Youth is there. That's why they keep going.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
They didn't
7.
reproduce. It's the same people for all these years. And Fountain of Youth's there.
They're just like, we've seen this helicopter 80 times in our lifetime. We have murdered 20 million people just at our hands.
Jeez.
Well, I mean,
Probably one another. I would imagine that, since they're still like cavemen, when they die, they probably become the next entree.
Well, maybe.
Cannibals.
This is foreign meat. I'm tired of eating fish all fucking day.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, well, let's see. Read on.
They probably look like the hills have eyes.
I mean, it just shows that they're of colored descent.
Of colored descent.
If that makes sense.
It does.
Okay, good. I didn't want to be, yeah. Okay. but their hostile attitude towards strangers probably saved them from extinction over the centuries. While the current policy tries to preserve their culture, it was not always like that. And other tribes from the Andaman Islands faced extinction. So they're saying there was other people on
like
these
other
islands.
like other tribes.
Other tribes, apparently.
On the other, it's because
Atlantis.
it's a set of like
it's a
five
set of
islands.
Yeah.
Atlantis.
Atlantis, huh?
Atlantis.
Atlantis.
This is where he's getting this. He's not
I'm writing a movie pilot. Shut up.
oh, and it's called Atlantis. You know that's already been made.
I haven't figured it yet. It's probably like duh.
Oh,
Featuring the North Sentinelese people.
the North Sentinelese. Can you get one of these as an actor? I want a North Sentinel actor. Gotta be hostile, dude.
Good luck with that.
I'll just get Miley Cyrus and call it good.
Fuck Christian
What the
Bale
heck?
being. Fuck Christian Bale being violent. These guys are probably.
Christian Bale.
Batman.
A violent actor is what
Spear.
Hold on, I'm in the middle of a call. What was that? I said, did you find the off switch, Mr. White? Batman.
I don't know what tangent
Did you
cartoons.
find the off switch, Mr. Batman? Yes, I did. Thanks, Lucius.
Okay. Tangent of Batman over. The great Andamanese tribes, who numbered several thousand in the 18th century, were decimated by the crown colonists. Colonists? Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
And currently less than 100 of them live. So they were they were several thousands.
of these people on these islands.
Yeah, but then in the 18th century, were decimated by the crown colonists. Colonialists.
Oh.
Their diet consists mainly of coconuts and fish that can be found in the shallow waters around their shores. Based on observational data, they are hunter-gatherers, as agriculture is not known to them. Their meat consists of turtles and small birds found on North Sentinel Island. So,
That would suck.
that would suck.
It's an interesting diet.
Yeah.
That's why I could see, like, maybe they would eat people because it's different meat.
Yeah, I would say so. Why is this ad just in the middle of this shit? Fuck this ad. Okay. Well, look, it's just like in the middle of this.
Oh, well, exit out of it, pal.
How do I exit? Initially thought, oh, why the hell is this ad pop back up? Shit.
Oh, you did it again.
No, it's not my fault. Initially thought to have been badly affected by the tsunami on Christmas 2004, it was soon revealed that the islands had moved to higher ground before disaster struck. Also, as if they knew the giant tidal wave was coming. Almost as if they knew the giant tidal wave was coming. Inhabitants of the nearby islands were greatly affected by the tsunami, but after several aerial reconnaissance mission conducted, it is a fair assumption that there is no damage to the Sentinelese. It is, if not for their metal-tipped arrow carved from holes of wrecked ships, the Sentinelese would be described as Stone Age people. For instance, Sentinel canoes are constructed to fish and sell. to fish in only shallow water. New Delhi has deliberately carried out little development in much of the tribal area, intending to preserve the culture of the tribe's people and for the fear that bacterial contamination may cause their extinction. As of now, the Sentinelese will be left to the isolation they had so vigorously defended over many centuries. So they're badass people. They're trying to, defend their land. Okay, we'll do the North Sentinel histories because that's the article we were supposed to read, but Spanx is a dummy.
No, you said it, not me.
Hey, calm down, dude. This one has the pig story. You'll like that.
Pig story.
Yeah, pig story. Yeah. Okay. While most people have never heard of it, existing as it does away from the main settlements of the Andaman Island, North Sentinel has been known for many centuries. Marco Polo had passed through the area in the late 13th century, describing the Sentinelese as a most brutish and savage race, having heads, eyes, and teeth like those of dogs. So they're like...
Alright then.
Yeah, describe that. Savage race with heads, eyes, and teeth like dogs. Do they bark like dogs? Maybe that's their language. They are very cruel and kill and eat every foreigner whom they can lay their hands upon. So you're right. They do eat people. You're just that psychic cartoon.
Nah, it's really common sense.
Don't common sense us.
Okay.
Okay. But it was not until 1771 that it was first specifically mentioned by an East Indian Company survey vessel, which observed the lights from the fires on the shore. The island seemed to be forgotten until 1867 when an Indian ship called the Neve was wrecked on its beach. The 106 survivors set up a temporary camp and were attacked a few days later. They managed to fend off the worst of the onslaught, but if it hadn't been for a Royal Navy steamer which arrived shortly after the rescue them, it is unlikely the terrified group would have survived. Would you like to be faced with like a shit ton of Sentinelese people trying to kill you?
I would not. I mean, this is reminding me of what was it called, like Green Inferno or something?
Oh, that
like
was a good movie. I like that movie.
So something like that, just like
Rape is good.
Violent and
in that movie, there's some of that.
Oh, jeez.
There's a lot of graphic stuff going on in that one.
Yeah. People get wrecked a lot in that. Okay. For the next 100 years, the island and its peoples were left alone, but rumors persisted about North Sentinel and its warlike inhabitants. Warlike. More like beast-like. By the 70s, most of the native people of the Andaman Islands had either been contacted by outsiders or partially integrated into monitoring by the Indian government, and felt it was integral of the area's progress. With this in mind, a group of anthropologists, a film crew, a National Geographic photographer, and a group of armed policemen made their way to the island in 1974, hoping to win the friendship of the Sentinelese people, using the tried and true methods of colonialists throughout the ages, friendly gestures and plenty of gifts. Unfortunately for the group of idealists, they failed on landing and placing items such as a doll, pots and pans, coconuts, and a live pig on the beach. A group of natives approached brandishing bows and arrows, which they proceeded to fire at the intruders. The film director was hit in the left thigh, and the group made a hasty exit in their dinghy. You know, the dinghy.
Mm-hmm. The small boats.
The small boats. Oh, I got a small boat right here for ya. From the safety of the water, and they saw the Sentinelese spearing both the doll and the pig, and burying the gifts in the sand. There's a pig story, pal.
Shit.
They just here's a gift for you. Here's a fresh meat you can kill and then eat, and a doll that you can play with. And they're like, bah, bah, bah. And they don't even eat the pig. They're just like, fuck
Just
this, we'll bury it.
You have to try to win them over. You're going to want to bring in an army with a lot of guns.
I don't know if that would win them over. I think they would just attack and then kill them.
It would make them forfeit.
Would they forfeit, though? Or would they just... Do you think...
Would they either forfeit or go extinct?
Do you think a people like this would try to fight, or do you think they would give up?
They would try to fight, but then after so long of seeing the power that we have, they'd probably eventually give up.
Would you do that to these people?
Yeah.
Wow.
They fucking killed a pig. They got it coming.
And the doll. Jeez.
Yeah. Wow. Why would
Fuck
they
the doll. It's all the pig.
Or the doll.
It's all the pig. Why would you stab a doll? What did they think it was? A tiny midget?
Probably.
Like a...
Here's a baby.
There's something hidden in it.
There's something hidden in this doll that's a bomb. Well, they probably wouldn't know what a bomb
They
is.
probably not.
So they'd be like, what the hell is this? This was not the only hair-raising encounter outsiders would have with the Sentinelese. In 1981, a Panamanian freighter, the Primrose, ran aground in heavy seas just off the island. Relieved to see land in the morning, the crew's relief turned to apprehension when they saw a group of natives having weapons at the boat. An urgent distress signal was sent out. Wild men, estimate more than 50, carrying various homemade weapons, are making 2 or 3 wooden boats, went to the dispatch. So they're like creating these boats. They didn't even have the boats ready. They're just like, fuck this ship out there. We're going to make boats and we're going to go attack this.
They're not going to get very far.
I'm like, let's do this. Worrying they will board us at sunset, all the crew members' lives were not guaranteed. For nearly a week, the crew of the Primrose, armed only with flare guns, fire will kill them, and a few axes, fended off an attack before they were rescued by an Indian Navy tugboat and helicopters. Once again, it seemed as if any hope of peaceful contact with the Sentinelese had been dashed. And this was in 1981. So they tried in 1981, and
Didn't get very far.
Didn't get very far. So these guys are just like, these guys just keep trying.
The white men are dangerous.
They want to kill and rape our women. That's probably what they're thinking. If they have any women on this island.
I would assume they keep going.
I would assume so. They're still here.
Yeah, they're still going.
We discussed that they had the Fountain of Youth. Okay.
Okay, yeah, whatever.
Jeez. However, one anthropologist did manage to make peaceful contact with the Sentinelese in 1991, when he was stationed in the Andaman Islands. Tian Pandit made a number of trips to the island over a period of 20 years, observing men, women, and children from a distance before finally interacting with the inhabitants in 1991. In this encounter, a group of Sentinelese men peacefully approached Pandit. That's the guy's name, by the way. Pandit and his companions, and even climbed into the dinghy to curiously touch everything. Oh, he's touching his dinghy. Yeah, touch it. You can be curious. That's fine, pal. Don't worry, it won't get that hard. Okay, I'm kidding. Pandit distributed coconuts, which the tribesmen eagerly took. Their language, however, was impenetrable, and it remains unknown to this day. That's the last of the article, pal. So what do you guys think of this Sentinelese people?
They got eventually peaceful, so.
We're going to build a wall.
And leave them out?
Yep.
Around their own island?
We're going to keep them in there.
What are they going to eat? Each other?
Yep.
They're going to make babies and eat the babies?
That's right. That'll lead to extinction, won't it?
Not really. What if they leave a couple?
Huh?
What if they leave 2 babies and then eat all the other babies?
They're not.
Well, it takes 9 months to develop a baby. I don't think this food source is going to last.
I don't think so.
No, if they'd be doomed.
They're going to eat the tree bark and if there's any bugs there. Or they're just killed birds that fly by. There's a wall, not a ceiling.
It's a wall, not a dome.
We can still kill these birds up in the sky. I don't know, what do you think? Would you like to visit this place and get killed?
Yeah, actually, I would.
Oh. Did you know this place existed?
Assuming they're peaceful.
No, I didn't know. I didn't know it existed, but I am curious to head on over there and just see.
Better wear a lot of protective.
Oh yeah.
We're a knight's armor, pal. I'm
Nah,
gonna just
I doubt
stand
that's
there.
gonna get very far.
All they have is spears. Well, yeah, they probably just.
Bow and arrows.
You'll be slow, and they'll probably push you over and take off your helmet and just stab you in the eye.
There you go.
Probably.
That's why you don't come alone. You just walk amongst them, and then when it looks like it gets hostile, that's when like all the Navy SEALs with like their camouflage and everything just rise up from the ground with the guns, like fucking do it, it.
What use is a seal though? Probably eat the seal. Those seals.
Hit you right in your funny bone with this.
What did you think about the pig story? I told you it was funny.
What pig story?
They got Lord of the Flies shit going on over there.
Kill this pig! I don't want your pig! We don't have this kind on this island.
What is this small beast?
Probably. We have big giant warthogs on this island. I don't know, actually. What didn't it say it was the size of Manhattan? Something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. How big is Manhattan, cartoon? Do you know how big Manhattan is?
200 square miles.
Was it 200?
I think so.
Yeah, it's pretty small.
Yeah, it's not that big.
Something like that, I think.
Yeah, but 50 to 400 people. But I don't know. I don't know if I would want to. I mean, I kind of would, but you can't communicate.
200 square. I mean, like 24.
What, 24 square miles?
Yeah. 200 square miles seems way too much.
Yeah, because 200 square miles would be, each mile, 3,600 some feet?
5,280.
That was close. Good thing we are not doing our trivia.
Yeah. Be
'Cause-
losing, pal.
Cartoon would be sucking at this, giving hints like he did in the movie. Whatever it is. You didn't give any good hints, pal.
Hey, you gave good hints when we did the movie quotes.
I did the best hint ever. I did give good hints because I was like, this hint, and he guessed him. Like, I don't know. What do you think, Mez?
About what?
The Sentinelese people, dude.
It'd be interesting to get to communicate with them because then we could learn from them, and then them learning from us would be interesting too because it's like they'd be walking into a time.
Yeah, it'd be literally the future.
The future, yeah.
Because
They've been living in the past for years.
Yeah, exactly. And then they'd be like, what is this? This flying machine that we always tried to spear. It's a helicopter? It's transportation.
If they made a movie about this.
They should, dude. That'd be
A
sick.
movie about Sentinelese people, and then one of them, or a group of them, coming into the actual inhabited areas.
Yeah, the Indian. Probably start.
city
Actually,
nearby.
they probably should start with somebody somewhere that's not very futurized. I guess futurized. So with the Amish people.
Futuristic.
They would start the
Start
Amish.
with the Amish. Work their way slowly to more high tech areas.
Yeah, so they should
They'd probably start at another African village or something like
probably
that.
because African. I don't know if they have guns in Africa.
Yeah,
well, they
do.
probably
Yeah, they
do.
do.
They do.
They do. What are you talking about?
What am I talking about?
Probably in a small African village and then make their way up from there.
Yeah.
What would happen?
Don't worry, we're trying to teach you, pal. Don't die too quick. I don't know. They had a good point in there that they didn't want them to get disease and die off. Because I don't know if they... What if they only have their own specific diseases? Because it's not integrated, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Because that's how, a lot of the Indians died. Native Americans.
Yeah.
Because Europeans brought over a bunch of diseases.
That's true.
Well, I mean, the Indians had their own diseases, too, which killed a bunch of Europeans, too, though. But
Yeah, but they didn't have the plague, so...
that's true.
Yep. That's the big one.
Big aha! We don't even have to touch these guys. They'll just die on their own.
Don't we all, though?
Don't we die on our own? Mm-hmm. No, not if you shoot me. Then you killed me. I didn't die on my own. You shot me.
No, it was we all die on our own, but sometimes somebody else does the job for you.
See, that
But
means
we
you
all
did.
die
That
on
means
our
I
own.
didn't die on my own.
We die, but do we really die?
I don't know. Maybe we'll stay tuned for after special. What do we do?
Afterlife will be the next article. The afterlife.
I don't know if there's an article the afterlife. We'll find it. Maybe we'll do an article.
We'll find. See
Just
if we can,
watch the movie God's Not Dead, and we'll just see what we can do from there.
Dog's not dead. Is that what you said? Dog's not dead?
God's not dead.
Dog, damn it!
Dogs! Damn it.
Dog,
my
damn
dog.
it.
Oh my dog!
Stop barking up a different tree there.
Try to find another interesting article, amazing article.
Yeah. Leave in the comments to see if you guys knew about the Sentinelese, or did we teach you something?
Or amazing article that you would recommend.
Yeah, our amazing article that you want us to share with the people of YouTube.
And if you're also wondering about that second channel, it's a work in progress. It's under construction right now.
Yeah.
Because we're working...
we're trying to get a camera at the moment.
We're wanting a decent camera because the camera we have now isn't the greatest. So we want to do you guys better, like the people that are viewing, and have some better quality video and some new artwork for that as well coming. So under construction just for a little while longer, and stay tuned for that second Eccentricast TV.
Don't be
in the meantime, we have a few videos to get your appetite going.
Exactly. Don't be like the Sentinelese people and not be watching our YouTube channel.
Well, we can't.
Exactly.
I suppose also anything we've said about them, they won't ever know.
That's true. Hey, Sentinelese people, if you're watching, comment and like it, and don't find us and kill us.
Let me give you Spanx's home address right now. It's 852 Gerard Way.
That's definitely not my address. Thanks for telling them the president's address.
Okay.
That's the president's address, by the way, guys. He didn't tell you what state or whatever, but just find that in every single state, and that will be the president.
What are you rambling on about?
Am I not supposed to ramble on?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what I'm talking about either.
Oh, jeez.
Wow. I might have to end that.
Anyway, kind enough to like, comment, and subscribe. And we will talk into your ear next time.
Or maybe yell at you, like I do.
Until next time, for another episode of Eccentricast, this is Mez.
And Cartoon.
And Spanx.